Hello, Earth signs. Hello, Earthlings. Hello. Yeah, let's get right into the reading. So, off the bat, I feel like there's some sort of step you've made or step you've taken. You're at some point where you're feeling a little defensive, you're feeling a little beat up. Whatever you're dealing with right now it's draining you a little bit. But you worked really hard to get here and you feel like you have a lot to defend. There's a lot that's out of balance right now. Look at those scales. They're out of balance, and you have some very serious cutting communication that you feel as though just needs to come out. You can't hold it in anymore. Because look at that sword is upright. He's ready to cut. He's ready to cut out the imbalance if the balance isn't fixed. You've got too much on your plate, but you've worked really hard to get here, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see the next blessing right here. This is the blessing you have. This is like whatever you worked so hard for. This is the next blessing at the end of the tunnel. And you can see it's so close, but like you're dragging your feet along the way because you're defensive, and for whatever reason you're out of balance with something in your life. Maybe, I don't know. You're being tested right now. And this feels like it's very stressful. It's very stressful to you. Oh, it's upside down. I'm not reading reversals anymore because if you watched my last video on like the elite and aliens and everything that I talked about, I feel like reversals, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, they just fuel the satanic agenda of the elite. Personally, I think I can read a card however it wants to talk to me without it in a reversal. And that's just for right now. Anyway, I used to have a good friend's mother who was very spiritual say that they just don't do reversals. So I didn't for a long time, and I started again, and now we're getting off track. Anyway, there's something you feel you need to defend, and but it's out of balance, and you need to communicate this imbalance that you're feeling. You'll inevitably find strength in this. You're being asked to tame the beast. You're being asked to take this situation and turn it right. Yeah, and you have the Wheel of Fortune and then Hercules. The Six of Cups. So this is a past life relationship, or yeah, your soul connects to it in some way. Whether it's career or person or situation, your soul connects. But either way, this is going to show you your strength. It's going to show you how strong you are. It's going to sorry, let me just get this right. It's going to show you your strength, and the big thing about the Wheel of Fortune is, like, you need to know how to manipulate it, because if you don't know how to manipulate it, you're going to end up flying around on this wheel with no direction. So this situation is going to teach you your voice, teach you to speak, give you your strength, and teach you how to manipulate the wheel in your favor, and understand that you are a soul having a human experience, that you are a god, that you are a god among humans, and it is inappropriate to be sad that you're not immortal. Okay, so maybe you're having some deep, deep spiritual realizations right now. Deep spiritual realizations. I just want to hold these and get a really good view. Look at how pretty these cards are. And then this one too. It's Hercules. Alright. I love those cards. I haven't seen them in a while. So these are romance cards, but like I just read them. I just read them as angel messages, basically, with like a very happy twist, because like romance cards are happy. Right as I say that, separation pops out, which is, it's not unhappy, but alright. So, got romantic feelings, separation, and it's safe for you to love. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. I feel like it's saying like your feelings about whatever it is that is out of balance. You've probably been feeling it intuitively and just feeling it, and you know you're not dumb. Like when yeah, you know you're not dumb. Like if there's another person who you're giving more and they're taking and not giving back, like your feelings are real and worth exploring. Maybe think about that. Maybe really think on that. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I just take this as separation in the sense of like separation from ego, separate yourself from other people, take time to like meditate and just be alone and give yourself a chance. Maybe you need rest too. Maybe somebody has been draining you energetically and you just really need a rest right now. Make sure you open all your windows in your house though. Let the sun in and let the light in, especially like it's winter and it's cold where I am. Go outside if you can. You got all these angels though that are like hovering all around you. You'll be okay. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So maybe, like, I feel like this is saying, like, also open up your throat chakra and speak your truth. And, yeah, allow yourself to be equal. Allow yourself to have what you want. Allow yourself to communicate in the way you feel. You have to open up your heart to give and receive the love. If you're closed off, but if you're saying you want one thing and you do another, then it shows that you don't really want that thing, right? So you have to actually open yourself up, actually take the steps, actually do the work. Like, if you see that thing on the horizon and it's so close you can almost taste it, but it's still so far you can't reach it, what do you have to do? You have to open yourself up. You have to let yourself have it. Give it to yourself. I don't know why that just made me mad. That just got me irritated. Somebody's mad at themselves. Somebody's mad at themselves. Let's see. Whoa. Get some clarifiers for those. Oh. Somebody wants to be the master of their own emotions. Somebody kind of wants to stick it to their emotions. Like, damn, both these two kings, both on cubes. Huh. Fish and lion. It's like you pissed because you can see that you're letting it, whatever it is, slip out of your hands. And there's like that thing poking you inside like, no, don't let it go. Look at that ship sailing away. It's like sailing away and you're too busy holding on. You're too busy holding on like grim death to that cup right there. for what while that ship sails away while you're stranded in the middle of the ocean on a block with a cup? What's that going to do for you? That ship would have done a lot more, I bet. And this thing inside of you is out stuck in the desert because you don't listen to it, so it's out stuck in the hot sun. And it's like, yo, can I get a sip of that cup? You're like, nah, you're being greedy. And he's like poking you with this stick, like, yo, get that ship. Get that ship. You're not doing so good out there in the sun, in the water, all by yourself, not asking for help, not doing what you need, ignoring your problems, being avoidant. Dang. That's like your spirit guide, like, hello! One just went flying out. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, Ace communication. Like, they're trying to communicate. They're just looking in from the outside, like, hello, look at this dead tree at the bottom. Like, they're trying to birth new from death. And you're just ignoring them. You're just ignoring them out in the ocean, like, everything's fine. No, shit's not fine, dude. Get your shit together. If you're sick, get your shit together. Like, I don't want to tell you to go to the doctor because I don't want nobody to, like, do nothing that they don't want to do. But think about your health. Think about your body. Think about the people around you. And think about the ways that you might be being selfish and it might be hurting the people around you. Like, if you're sick and you're not getting help, and this could be any kind of sick, mental, physical, like, if you're not getting the medical care that you need, you're hurting a lot of people around you. It's very selfish. And I'm not judging you in any way. I've been there too, man. But, like, your angels are, like, really trying to build something from nothing. And they're on the outside looking in, trying to scream at you, like, get out of your ego. Say, yeah, I need some help. And share. Share your voice. Share yourself. Share your water. Share with your ancestors. If you've been hearing your ancestors trying to get a hold of you and you're just not trying to listen, you're not going to have a choice. And maybe you don't want to hear that, but it's just the way it is. Sorry. This got heavy. Leave fruit outside for your animals. Fruit or vegetables outside for, like, or bird seed for the birds. Give to Mother Earth and leave a glass of water by your bed at night. Do not drink it. Leave one in your kitchen if you can be bothered, okay? But I assume if you're watching this, you I don't know why do I have such an attitude? The air signs have me going wild, like partying, and these earth signs got me with this serious attitude right now. Damn, okay. So, because your ancestors are... Damn! The Knight of Wands, all these wands. Your ancestors are desperately trying... Your spirits are desperately trying to communicate with you, and you're just so grounded here in the physical earth dimension. You're like, nope, don't care. And there are probably people who love you too that are trying to get in and you're just isolating, like, nope, don't care. Doing me, being sick, being sad, being sick, being me. So if you can be bothered, light a tea light, or you can get like one of the, if you're scared of fire at night, put one of those, sorry, that probably sounded attitude-y too. I don't know why I'm having such an attitude. Okay. Get one of those candles that are like light, battery powered. Make sure it's white. Keep it lit by your nightstand or at night. And, or like right before you go to bed, light a tea light, let it burn out. And put a glass of water on your nightstand at night. Do not drink that water in the morning. That water is not only going to feed your ancestors, guides, guardians, and angels and give them the libations that they need to help protect you, because like human spirit runs through water and like good spirit runs through water like that. It's also going to catch anything negative, kind of like a dream catcher. Now take this water, and I would not recommend putting it in your house plants, because whatever we're trying to catch in it, we're trying to get out of the house, right? So, and a lot of times you'll see this could kill your houseplants. If you do not want to waste, if this makes you feel guilty and you do not want to waste, you can take this water and pour it outside in your grass, because I learned a long time ago that the earth takes negative energy and recycles it back into usable positive energy. So, yeah, the earth can handle it. Pour it in your grass. Maybe pour it in a different spot. I bet if you did an experiment and you kept pouring water in the same spot, I bet it would kill the grass after a while if you had some negative entities in your house. But anyway, maybe I'll try that. But I don't really want to like singe a burn spot on the earth. But, you know, people need to see to believe. Anyway, yeah, do that, okay? But like I said, I wouldn't, if you have outdoor plants, you can probably, I think they're probably strong enough too, but like your indoor plants are already dealing with the, like, being outside of their natural environment, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. And like I said, we want to get these spirits out of the house. Yeah, you don't know much about this. You can look up basically anything you want to know about spirituality online. Or on YouTube. There's like plenty of really great spiritual teachers on YouTube. Conjure Queen, I always talk about her. Love her. If you haven't subscribed, you could go subscribe to her. She's taught me many things. Whoa. Self-esteem. I almost feel like you could have moved, or you could be moving. And like, or like whatever movement you're taking and making in certain areas of your, okay, so if you make this movement in the spiritual area of your life, it is only going to bring you, like, look at, there's like a little bit of clouds there around her, but look at all that light coming from within her. Like, it's only going to make you shine from within and give you much, much self-esteem. It's going to help you realize who you are. You're too grounded in the physical right now. Come back to source. Come back to spirituality. Yeah. You need to find justice in your creation. So, wow, that can mean a lot of things. Maybe you're not feeling purposeful right now, or maybe you're feeling suicidal, and you're looking for justice in your creation on this earth. Gaia is earth. She's like Tefiti, if you've seen Moana. But, yeah, and then Ma actually, her feather, the soul, in Kemetic myth, our souls are weighed on this, wow, on this scale next to the feather of Ma, because our heart is supposed to be lighter than a feather, than her feather. So justice. You're looking for justice in your creation. You're looking for your purpose. You're looking for inspiration. But you also need to find I think it's hard for you to logically find justice in the fun things that you do, and maybe you have a hard time really, like, relaxing and, like, just, you know, being frivolous. But sometimes, like, or maybe you find self-care frivolous, and you're learning that, like, no, that's not, it's actually a huge necessity to stay alive. It's not frivolous. You need to find justice in creation. You need to find justice in your own creation. You're looking for your purpose. Look to the spirituality. Wow, this is a really deep reading, and it's all over the place. Huh. If you've been looking for a partner, if you've been focusing too much on finding a mate, you're focused too heavily in the physical dimension. Yeah, look to spirituality for solace. And I can tell you, you won't, this might sound cliche, but you won't feel alone. You won't feel alone. If you're feeling alone and that's why you're looking for a mate, you have to have self-trust. You need to trust that there is the universe inside of you, and that you are a god or a goddess, and that there is everything you need within yourself, and that you can heal yourself, that you're a healer. And you need to be at peace within yourself. White Buffalo Woman, peace. Perhaps you have a Native American heritage too, and if so, your ancestors maybe, dude, your ancestors, oh my god, if they're like deeply trying to reach with you, like, oh, get in touch with that side of yourself. Wow, that's deep. Yeah. As you trust yourself, you heal yourself and bring yourself peace. That's so deep. Alright. Oh, this is something I wanted to share with everybody, and then we'll pick like one more card. So, I have storage down in my basement, and I'm trying to go through a lot of different things and just like empty out, get rid of a lot of stuff, because I just feel like it's good. It's a good thing to do, you know? And I found a little box of my treasures that was down in storage, and my current therapist, when I need to, she'll let me pick a card from like these decks of cards she has and take them with me. And this is one I found in my treasure box. It's literally a little box that says Nikki's Treasures, and somebody made it for me when I was a really little kid. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I love it. Ada, she made it for me. Anyway, so, alright. I create the world that I live in. No one can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. I create the world I live in. Okay, the holographic universe, manifestation, look into it. No one and nothing, we'll say, can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. That's so deep. And it's such a beautiful card. So gorgeous. I love that card. Alright. Too many. Too many. We'll take the bottom one. Oh. The same one. Wow. Alright, so right now you're dealing with opposing forces of light and dark. Okay? You're either learning about duality or you're learning about different kinds of as above, so below. Maybe you're learning about different religions. Maybe you're learning about yourself, different facets of yourself. Either way, the ego mind is trying to trip you up right now. All that is, like, anything that is negative it's a test. You need to consider it a test. You can't look at it and say, poor me, poor me, poor me, because that's not how you'll manifest. That's not how abundance will come into your life. You need to look at everything as a test, and you need to literally find, this is a DBT skill. It's so simple, making lemonade out of lemons. Like, when I was in dialectic behavioral therapy, we had all these different things that we had to do, and one time I had to literally take this little, like, I loved it. There was all these, like, pictures. It was such a cutesy little class, like, and it really appeals to the inner child, because so many people who are taking this kind of class and have PTSD and need this kind of therapy, they have trauma from early childhood, and these children are like need nurture. So there's a lot of pictures and stuff, and there's like workbook pages. One of my workbook pages was this little lemon tree with like spots all on it, and I had to draw a lemon in each of the spots, and I had to talk about each of, like, certain traumas in my life and decide, like, what was good about that? What did that teach me? What did I learn from that? How am I different from that? Why is that better? Like, this is what you're being asked to do right now. You're really being asked to, like, see the light in the dark and walk away from the ego mind and not say, poor me. Every time something bad happens, it's a test. Every time something bad happens, it's a challenge to see the good and remember the good. Another statistic is the way that the human brain actually works is for, like, every positive, for every, so you could have 5 positives, or I believe it's 5. You could have 5 positives and 1 negative could outweigh all those 5 positives. Or if you have 1 negative in the day, you need 5 positives for the human brain to hold on to the positives rather than the negative. So you're literally retraining, reparenting, retraining your brain into saying, you know, like, when I was in that program too, there was this really cool guy who would always be like, you know, I meet so many people that say they've had a terrible day, and then I ask them to recount their whole day. And then we pick out points in their day that were actually really good and very enjoyable and very happy and exciting or, like, wonderful. And then they had a terrible moment where something, you know, really sad or very disturbing happened or very hard. But it's like, that's just how the brain works. We need to remind ourselves, because we're not always going to have somebody who can remind us, to go through our day and say, I see the light in the dark. I'm not going to let the ego win. Wind. Get some wind chimes. I'm also learning that sound healing literally cleans energy, and if you don't have time to be, like, saging your house and stuff, literally get a wind chime, slap it up in your house, and then just, like, chime it when you feel like you need an energy shift. Anyway, you're saying, I'm not going to let the ego win. I may have had a terrible moment, but today I had a good day. And trust me, your days will become more and more positive. More and more positive. And then, yeah, it came out again. Because I didn't take it out the first time, so I just cut the deck at it. But please connect with your ancestors, your guardian angels. If you have loved ones lost, they're trying to contact you. Connect with your heritage, know where you come from. And listen to the small voices within, because oftentimes there are facets of yourself, and those facets of yourself are those who came before you. It's not actually you talking to you. Like, that negative voice, yeah, that's your ego. But, like, these little small voices that you need to train to hear better, that's spirit saying, you can do it. Come on, don't give up. This is the positive and the negative. You will find peace when you connect with spirit and when you connect with your ancestors. And, you know, the Native American is here too. Maybe sage does help you. Maybe you don't have a lot of time to sage, but, because, you know, I've heard that sage is not as strong, but, like, I think it's all, like, CQ always says it's all about the intention, and, like, if that sage was what like, Palo Santo is on a certain part of the world, sage was probably on another part of the world. If your ancestors were using it for that reason, and the intention was strong behind it, there's no reason why it wouldn't work as strong as something else, because that's what they had. You maybe as a little physical thing, it's not as strong as Palo Santo, but it's all about your mindset. So, like, it might work stronger and better for you if you're of that descent. So, like, if you don't have all the time in the world to be saging your house every day or whatever, save it for, like, 1 day a month and then get the wind chime. Either way, you will find peace when you connect with your loved ones lost, and when you connect with yourself and spirituality, and when you stop listening to the ego and start listening to the ancestors, guides, guardians, and angels that are trying to speak to you and through you. A lot of times these, you know, good spirits can get us sick or make us feel a certain way to try and get our attention, because that's the way, like, if there's so much going on in the human realm that you're focused on and you're not paying attention to spirituality, how are they going to get your attention other than with a very physical thing? Like, you might lose your job. Like, that's very human. They take that away. You might start to get sick and lose the health of your body, your temple. Like, these are ways to get your attention, because they're very physical and very grounded in the human world, and they understand that this is what we understand. So don't let it get to that point. And if it's gotten to that point, then just do something about it and love yourself. Alright, Earth signs. Wow, that was really heavy. My jaw hurts. Ugh. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you next month. Look, I hope you heal. I hope you take care of yourself and be kind to yourself, and I send you love and light, and I hope things only go up from here for you. Love you guys. Bye.